So today I have with me the My Passport portable SSD from Western Digital. So this is basically the brand new line that's come out from WD. Right, so today I have the My Passport SSD, the 1 terabyte version from Western Digital. So this is an upgrade on the old My Passport series, and it is supposed to be able to run at 1050 megabytes per second. Now, not too long ago, we did reviews on basically the higher end of Western Digital's offerings, the P50 Black. Now, that ran at 2000 megabytes per second. The difference is, for it to run at 2000 megabytes per second, you also needed the very, very latest USB interface. So that would be the USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. Now with this, you don't need the by 2. You can still run it on what you can consider as current gen USB 3.2 Gen 2 that transfers up and just above 1000 megabytes per second. So what it means is when you get this drive, the chances of you to be able to hit top speeds is actually quite, it'll be quite common, quite easy. The fact that it is an interface that is quite readily available. So looking at the drive, it's actually quite nice. It's modern, stylish. I've got the red version with me over here. It's quite alright. It's actually very small and it's extremely light. Now, one of the things that I like about it is the fact that it's light. What I don't quite like about it is the fact that because it's light, it also feels a bit plasticky. And I wouldn't want to drop this. I wouldn't want to drop it too much because to me, it doesn't feel very bulky and sturdy like the P50 did, which looked really, really cool and really, really rugged. Now, this, so it's very light, it's very small. It's something they can just put in a pocket, but, I wouldn't be too confident or comfortable dropping it or anything like that, right? I wouldn't do anything extreme with this. So, does it hit the speeds that are advertised? 1050 megabytes per second. Yes, it does. We ran it on Crystal Disk Mark 7 across two profiles, the real world as well as the peak. For the peak, it went slightly above the 1050, went to about 1080. And, for the real world profile, it wasn't too bad as well. Reads and writes were about a high 700 megabytes per second, as well as close to 900 megabytes per second in terms of write. Now, that is actually very, very capable and very, very fast. In fact, this would even give the SanDisk Extreme Pro a run for its money, or it's so similar to the SanDisk Extreme Pro in terms of speed. And the SanDisk Extreme Pro is the portable SSD that's been marketed for the videographer, photographer, the content creator on the go, for you to be able to to edit on the fly. So this, in terms of performance, does keep up with the Extreme Pro. The only difference is the Extreme Pro feels a lot more rugged and a lot more solid. And if I was really like running and gunning, I wouldn't want to drop this, but I wouldn't be too afraid if I dropped the Extreme Pro. Probably that's why it's called Extreme as well, right? It's meant for extreme conditions. It's weatherproof, while this is not. Now that we've talked about speed and performance, what about its price? The WD My Passport SSD costs around, in a price check that we just did, at about 330 Singapore dollars on Lazada. It's not too bad, the price. I mean, it's competitive. It is slightly cheaper than the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Which would I choose? Personally, just because of how I would use it, I would use it more on a run and gun basis. I'm not the most careful of people. I tend to drop my SSDs every once in a while, and therefore I would spend the extra $20-$30 and get the SanDisk Extreme Pro rather than the My Passport. But if you're really careful and you prefer a lighter, so this is it feels a lot lighter. It's a lighter SSD, and you're very careful with your stuff, then save that $20-30 and you get this, which has on par performance with the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Thank you for watching another video from Just Saying Asia. Please, if you like our content, give us a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. We truly appreciate your support. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.